This video demonstrates the use of StatTag with R on a Mac machine. R analysis uses the CARS dataset that is distributed with R. The first command shows the first 10 observations in the dataset. These observations are printed to the results window using the head command. The next command displays the number of observations in the dataset. The total number of observations is printed to the results window using the nRow command. The next commands calculate the mean and the variance of the speed variable and print the results using the mean and the var commands. The next command generates a table of speed. The table is printed to the results window. The next set of commands generate a Png figure using the Png and plot commands. In this example, we have specified the location using a hard-coded pathway. StatTag can also work with relative pathways supplied by macro variables, but we recommend using hard-coded pathways when first working with StatTag. These commands will save the PNG to the desktop. Our final commands generate output from a linear model. Prior to using code with StatTag, ensure that your entire code file runs without error, and the results that you generate are appropriately displayed or rendered in the specified file locations. When you have completed your code and any checks, close the program. Open a new Word document. StatTag has been installed and a new toolbar tab can be accessed. Clicking on any of these icons will open the StatTag app. The Code Files icon is used to attach one or more code files to the manuscript. The Tags icon is used to add tags within your code file. The View Tag icon is used to view the code associated with an embedded result. The Settings icon allows you to turn on or off a log for troubleshooting. The About icon allows you to view which version of StatTag has been installed, as well as citation information. The Help icon will launch our user guide. The first thing we will do is attach the code file we just ran. We'll do this through the StatTag app. Click on the plus sign. Select the code file and click Select Files. The code file has now been attached to the Word document. Next, we'll add some text to the manuscript. The first thing we plan to insert is a table of the first 10 observations. In our code file, we printed the first 10 observations to the results window using the head command. We're going to insert this as verbatim output. Verbatim output will embed the printed results in the Word document as a text box. Going back to the StatTag app, we'll define the tag by clicking on the plus button. Highlight the line or lines of code that are used to print the output. To highlight, click in the margin to the left of the code. If you click on the wrong line, click again to remove the highlight. Give your tag a name. The name should be descriptive and memorable to you. Tag names should not be duplicated in the same code file. The refresh setting should be used to specify the frequency with which you want the results refreshed in the Word document. If always is selected, then the tag will be refreshed every time the code file is executed by StatTag. If on demand is selected, then the tag will only be refreshed when you ask StatTag to do so. Select the result type for these printed observations. In this case, we're using result type verbatim. Click on Save, and then Insert Tag into Document. This runs the entire code file in the native program, in our case R, and inserts the results of interest. Next, we'll add the total number of observations in the data file. Going back to the StatTag app, we'll add a new tag. For this output, we're returning a value. For now, we'll use the default formatting. We'll also add the mean and variance. The default return from R in this instance is 1 decimal place. If we'd like to change the formatting of this inserted result, we can either highlight the tag and click View Tag, or go into the StatTag app, double-click on the mean, and change the formatting. For this result, we're using a numeric output, and I'd like to return 2 decimal places. We'll click Refresh, and R has updated the results. We'll apply the same formatting to the variance. Next, we'll insert a small table. In our code file, we are generating the table using the table command. Select Result Type Table. By default, all rows and all columns will be inserted. If you would like to suppress the insertion of particular rows or columns, they can be identified by number. Table dimensions should not be changed after they're inserted in Word. Therefore, we recommend inserting the entire table when first using StatTag. If you decide to remove columns or figures, delete the inserted table and update the tag settings through StatTag. Once a table is inserted, the content can be formatted using Word formatting options. Next, we'll insert our figure. We've already verified that the code file correctly generates our PNG and that it's saved on our desktop. StatTag can also work with other figure formats, such as PDF, TIFF, or JPEG. To insert the figure, highlight all of the lines of code that are used to generate the figure. Select Result Type Figure. When using StatTag on a Mac machine, for each figure that's inserted, you'll need to allow permission for the StatTag program to access the file. You will not need to do this more than once for each figure. Finally, we'll insert the verbatim output from our regression model. In this example, we inserted verbatim output, values, a table, and a figure. For more information on StatTag, visit our website at www.stattag.org. To download sample files, including the file used in this example, visit our GitHub repository.